Okay, there we go. Should be fine now. But yeah, because earlier on we spent our whole time that we had left getting to it because my mum came in. And I don't get what it is. So, with kind of a regular 9 till 5 type of job, you wouldn't expect after kind of the first week's worth of hours, if you're there full time, to be paid. It's kind of, you get paid monthly. And yet, when I tell her that I've put in 40 hours so far on here, she's like, I will calculate how much you would have been paid by that. And she goes into the factor of how it's not paid me yet. And it's like, but I haven't reached the requirement bits for it yet. You don't go to a job and after the first kind of set of hours you do on the very first day, you don't get paid then. So can't expect kind of after only a few hours on Twitch to get paid for it. I don't get it. It's as though she expects it, just like it's as though she sees it as, after every single hour on here you get paid, and it's like, no, you don't. Otherwise, people would be making a lot more, kind of thing. People already make a lot, but they'd be making a lot more, and very much it gets on my nerves. So she comes in and she came in a bad mood, and then she saw I was sitting in bed, as I kind of often do, because where I have kind of the Xbox set up to the TV, I then have it sits in front of my bed, so if I want to watch movies, I can watch movies in bed. So then I sit down I sit down on my bed and do gaming bits. So more often than not, I will sit with the covers over me, kind of thing. Because it's comfier. If you're going to be sitting here for a few hours, you've got to be comfy. And then, no, so after that, she came in, she saw me sitting down like that, because that's why I ended quickly, because I heard her coming in, because she came in half an hour earlier. I thought I would have till 1, because she normally gets in about 1:30. But no, she came in at 1:45. And then she saw 2 bin bags out, which she hadn't mentioned to me at all, kind of thing. And she just lost it. So after that, with her being already angry, and then getting annoyed at me for not doing that when she hadn't mentioned that, and so I was more or less being kind of classic teen kind of thing. She then went and threw her phone at the desk, to which it bounced up, because it's a phone in a phone case, it's going to bounce up, especially when you throw it at a desk. And she broke the TV, or her TV, kind of thing. It hasn't created a scratch on, say, a visible scratch, but when you turn it on, you can see how it's damaged the inside of it, because it doesn't show image for 3/4 of the screen. It's just black, with multicoloured lines. She's broke her TV, all because instead she couldn't just throw her phone at either the carpet or the sofa, which makes a lot more sense. Like when I get angry, and a few times I've thrown my phone, I throw it on my bed so that I don't damage the phone. She is lucky that her phone is still in one piece, let alone kind of now we need to get a new TV, but she's lucky the phone's still in one piece. Otherwise she could have very well had a new phone to pay up for as well. And it's just like, no, I don't get it. I honestly don't. How she thought, okay, it's a smart idea to, whilst I'm angry, throw the phone at the desk so it goes and hits the TV. And it, got on my nerves, because now I've got programs which I don't get round to watching my programs that often. I can't watch them unless I want to watch them. Well, wouldn't be so bad on the tiny screen, but I would have to watch them with kind of the with the menu page up. Otherwise, I'll be losing 3/4 of the picture, which no one wants to lose. This bit's going weird. Yeah, no one wants to lose 3/4 of the picture. Oh, and it's got me in a category. Okay. Please don't delete it. Please don't delete the okay. I always panic that it's going to delete the progress. But no. And then half an hour after she left, kind of thing, or half an hour, 40 odd minutes, because she then kind of tried speaking calmly and was like, she more or less tried to pretend it never happened. Which I was fuming because she was saying how she threw the phone at the TV because she's angry at me. Well, it's like she threw it at the desk, but she was more or less blaming it on me. She's like, oh, okay, it's my fault because she was angry at me. She broke the TV, and it's like, no, it's like, whether you're angry at me or not, doesn't mean that you should break the TV. She obviously didn't mean to break it, but even still, it's just like, no, it is not my fault. It is her fault. And then, so she started doing a bit. She said, oh, okay, well, she'll have a look at. She said that one of her friends, or one of our family friends, is kind of getting rid of their old TV bits. So, gonna see about getting one from him. Which is a bad idea because everything we've brought from him doesn't work. None of the things we've ever got from him work properly. And now she wants to buy a TV from him. She's like, great, that's not going to work. And then, so we already had to buy a new oven. Now there's the whole thing of buying a new TV. And then I was on my phone, just playing a simple game. I was reading at the time. I was reading a book on Wattpad. And she came in and started going, and she just went off on me, going, oh, are you telling your dad again then? And because when I was younger, I used to kind of tell my dad what she had done that I was unhappy with, because I didn't know any better, kind of thing. Now, I don't like talking to my dad when I have to. As if I'm going to call him up and say, oh yeah, she's broke the TV again. Well, broke the TV. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that because it definitely won't mean that we have to talk. Definitely won't make her angrier. Definitely won't make him angrier. That whole thing definitely won't cause me several more hours of stress. Stress. There we go. Yeah. Definitely won't be more stressful for me. And cause me more kind of heartache bits. No. It's definitely a lot of fun to instead just go and kind of poke a bear with a stick, in a way. And just wait for it to decide, oh, you're getting annoying, I'm going to eat your head. Yeah. It's definitely a lot of fun. Which, stretch, just in case I don't actually do that, I'm just using that as an example and nothing else. It's just the first example I can think of. Yeah, so, she gets on my nerves because I don't think she sees this as being a job at all. People say that parents are supposed to be supportive of your choices in life. Mine aren't. It's very much, if I'm not doing exactly what they want me to be doing, when they want me to be doing it, if I don't like exactly what they want me to like, then what I like doesn't matter. And it's stupid and rubbish. Is what they more or less, is practically the whole attitude. So the fact that I like Minecraft, they see it as childish, waste of time. Kind of, I can be doing better things with my life. The fact that I don't want to go out and kind of talk to people most of the time, that means that I am wasting my life, letting it pass me by. even though I am just too nervous to go and speak to them, kind of thing. The fact that I'm streaming on Twitch, waste of time and effort, apparently. When I can be doing better things like working when I do classes as working, kind of thing. Not just sitting here. I reckon they think I just sit here and twiddle my thumbs for a few hours until they get in. I don't think it ever crosses their mind that I might actually be working. And I might be enjoying my job for once. But, no. And then they do it under the disguise of, oh, they want me to do well in life. But it's just, well, let me do what I want in life then. Because this is the first job the first thing in ages that I felt that can be a job that I feel like I know what I'm supposed to do with my life. I haven't felt this in years. So with all of the other bits, it's always been, okay, this is temporary. Even when I last had a kind of paying job, I was constantly reminded how it's not permanent, how the company doesn't care about me. And it's like, well, do you want me to have a job here or not? And then she wants me to go back working. It's like, but you said it wasn't permanent. You very much didn't want me to work there. And then when I reached the end of the contract, she then wanted me back working there. And it's like, what? I don't get it. I don't think I will ever get it. And then I don't think she's willing to listen either, though, because I tell her kind of bits that my dad says, because my dad and my mum are in the same mindset for streaming on Twitch, for doing bits that I like. They're in the same mindset of it. So I tell her bits that he says about it and how he feels, in the hopes that she will realise, like, oh, I feel like those bits. I say those bits. And we'll realise just how kind of annoying it is when she does it. And no, she just agrees with me that he's being a dick. And nothing more. She doesn't change it at all. And it's like, seriously? It feels to me like they are the least supportive parents. So I know there's parents who kind of support different bits who are worse than mine. But yeah, no, I do feel like it. Yeah, it's kind of it's got to the stage though, my relationship with her, where I refer to her as mum, but buying cards, especially for Mother's Day, when it's saying just like, oh yeah, I really love you a lot and you mean so much to me, you make my life so much better. I struggle buying those now, because I like to give cards and gifts that come from the heart. It's kind of, I struggle at times to put what I'm saying into words, especially to then write it down. It just kind of doesn't make sense in my head. So I know what I'm trying to say, but I just can't find the right words for it. So with cards and gifts, I find ones that I find speak what my heart's trying to say. And to try and get one that kind of represents, to then get her a card for Mother's Day, it's so difficult, because all of them, my heart no longer says those bits. Instead it goes, yeah, you're a massive hypocrite who doesn't support me on what I choose in life. Simply, it doesn't agree with any of them. So where it used to take me half an hour towards an hour to pick out a card to find one that kind of best suited the message a bit, it now takes me about 2 to 3 hours. It is more than doubled the time to pick out a card for her. And same with my dad, more than doubled the time. Kind of thing. And it is, they thoroughly, they really get on my nerves. And then, so my parents used to joke about kind of how I'll need therapy when I'm old. And except for me, it wasn't so much joking, it's more of an actual, please get me some therapy. I need some therapy. Kind of thing. And only recently she's gone, yeah, actually, I wish we had gotten you some therapy. And it's like, seriously, if you felt that way the whole time, why didn't you push to get me the therapy? If she had felt the whole time that, oh yeah, we should be giving her therapy, then why not push for it and get me the therapy? That would be smart. But no, she didn't. Instead, she's going down the route of, oh yeah, but that's that bit. And then actually, yeah, it's the same at my church. So when it's actually kind of, it's helping people, it's helping out with them. She's going, oh yeah, no, they don't matter, kind of thing. They're not going to pay you wages. Or when I'm putting in my hours kind of bit to them, she's like, oh, well, why don't, so that's when I tell her the hours kind of thing. Because on the Wednesday, I help out with them, get there for 8, and then I get back at 12 kind of thing. And I'll say that I can gain more work. And she goes, oh, so how much is minimum wage bit for your group? And I'm just like, was £6.40 odd? And she's like, okay, we'll go to your church and demand kind of your hours times that bit. And demand money off them for it. As you need payment bits. And I'm thinking, I can't go and do that. The church has got its own bills and overhead survey, and I volunteer for this. Sure, some bits they volunteer me for, but overall, I volunteer for it. And this is how I help them out. It's like, there's people at my church who give money, but then don't help out with the physical bits. I can't afford to donate the money to them. So instead, I help out with as many events as I can, so I can say I've helped in the best way I can. And then, yeah, so after that bit, I was then, I went from being mildly angry, well, I was angry actually, I wasn't even mildly angry, I was angry. And then after she was like, oh yeah, 'cause she used to message your dad about everything, I was full on, I was raged, I was pissed, I can't even describe it. I was extremely angry then. Because I was thinking, no, hold on, I try not to hold any of her past actions over her. And with the amount of stuff I put up with, so if they paid you for putting up with a person, I would be a millionaire, kind of thing. If I was to get paid to put up with her, I would be rich. I wouldn't need to work a day in my life. But unfortunately, they don't. So instead, I put in about, let's see, about 40 to 50 hours a week of her bull, which I put up with. And then with my dad, it gets, on a bad week, it's about 10 hours now. But otherwise, it's usually about half an hour, kind of thing. Just depends if he gets it into his head to moan or not. Yeah, don't get paid bits. And we joke about sending him to an old people's home that's really bad. And he's lost the right to the old people's home. She hasn't. She's still got the right to the old people's home. It's just getting worse in quality. I've already got it in my head, so I've told her when I eventually move out, kind of thing. My dad isn't finding out where I live. He's not. I'm gonna change my phone number, change kind of everything. And then he's just never finding it out. And she's not going to tell him. And I'm going to do the same thing with her. I'm going to move. I'm not going to tell her where I live. I'm going to get kind of friends or moving people to help me move in. And then I'm going to change number bits. And Tesco's won't tell her because it's a breach of confidentiality. And then she just won't have any contact with me. As soon as I'm able to, I will just cut them out my life. It's one of the things that I've learnt actually since watching the Minecraft bits that I have been, is to cut out the toxic people from your life. Which I am working on. But no, so she sent me a message going, "Are you okay?" To which I looked at it and I was thinking, does she seriously think I'm okay? And that I'm fine? And then she sent another message going, "Oh yeah, got some new mouse straps." And I was thinking, I don't care. You've accused me of going out of my way to talk to someone who I don't want to talk to when they message. And of doing stuff that I haven't done in over about 6 years at the very most, or at the very least, kind of thing. I really need to calm down. Fully, she fully gets on my nerves. It's got to the stage I no longer see her as a parent, more as a roommate or kind of, well, no, yeah, don't see her as a mum, but a parent that has to live with me because they can't live by themselves. Ooh. Okay, we're going to catch this. Come back here. Got distracted by the axolotl. Come back here, axolotl. Okay. Now that we've got it on the lead, we're going to put it onto this bit. So it stays there. Because we need to go get some wood. Right, we're going to leave the horse. The horse can stay there for the moment. Oof. Well, on a brighter note, I got my new watch. That came earlier on today. It's fully... I really like it. I've managed to change the colour of the display, so it went from being blue bits to yellow bits, which I like yellow. I love the colour yellow. So I'm really happy with that. And then I've had takeaway today, which I wasn't able to eat all of it. So I've got more for tomorrow, kind of thing. Because it's what we do. If we don't finish the takeaway, then we have it the next day, as it saves on wastage. Plus, it's always still fine to eat the next day. Although we do normally leave it in the microwave or the oven, but currently both of those are out of commission. So, can't really leave it in those. So I've left it in the fridge, which means so I had ordered a curry dish. So, means my curry dish is going to be cold tomorrow. But, oh well, it's still a curry dish. See, I had to get curry dish because the one I was planning on doing, no, it was an Indian. So I was planning on doing chicken and a curry sauce bit well, Indian sauce. Plus, what else was it? Yeah, chicken, Indian sauce, and rice. Or either rice or pasta, whichever one we had. And then the oven broke, and for the dish I was going to be doing, so the way the food would be cooked, it needed to be in the oven really, because then it kind of comes out nice and white rather than in the frying pan it goes a slightly yellowy colour. It's weird. So I can't explain it fully, but it kind of fries it slightly. It goes a different colour, and as much it still tastes the same, apart from it's slightly drier. Except it's then just not as nice. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're gonna call this our River Lotto. Because we found it in a river. Keep that, get rid of that. Okay. But yeah, so that's what. So then it was like, right, I'm ordering an Indian. So I went from a newer place that I had found. Well, they had found me really, kind of. They put a leaflet through the door, which led to me trying them the first time, because they had a special offer going on. Of kind of, it would save you a quid on the meal, kind of thing. And then I ordered their food, and it tasted really nice. So now I get my Indian bits from there instead. I've got a staple Indian place because I have one place that I go to eat food. So if I'm fancying Chinese, then I go to the Royal Wok. Royal Wok. Kind of royal as in royalty, and then wok as in kind of the frying pan type wok. WOK. I can never fully pronounce R's and W's in words. Anyway, and then if I'm fancying a chippy, I go up and I go to 5-star Fish Bar. Although since I've been going there, that's changed owners about 7 or 8 times, and I think it's currently called Louis. I'm never sure if it's Lewis's place or Louis' place, because it looks like it's Lewis, but it has an apostrophe before the S. So then I don't know if it's Louis or Lewis's or what it is. But yeah, and they do good food. If I'm fancying chicken, then I get KFC. Indian, I now go to Southend Indian bits or Southend Spices, something I can't remember what it's called. Really, actually I'll check on Just Eat because I always order off them. Spice Kitchen Southend, which I don't mind you knowing the Southend bit because it's quite big. Oh, okay. That, and if any of you were to ever come up to me and be like, oh yeah, I watch your videos, then that'd be quite nice. Well, actually, you don't know what I look like, so it probably won't happen, but still. One day. But no, so the Chinese place is the Indian. Fancying burgers, I go to McDonald's. A lot of the time I go to name places. I haven't got a pasta place yet, purely because by the time the pasta will get here, it'll be cold. So I generally just tend to cook my own pasta. If I fancy an ice cream, I now go to Creams for it. So there's a story behind that actually. So I was very much against Creams because Back when me and my mum got along partially, we used to go to a place that was open next door to Creams, which was Frozen Frog. It was either Frozen Frog or Sweet Frog. It was kind of, we called it one, but its actual name was the other. I can't remember what it actually was. And then one that they said how their biggest, they were never busy, which was disappointing because they did amazing ice creams and sorbets. It's like they had birthday cake flavored one. They had whipped cream flavored, honey flavored. So anything you could think of, they did it at some point, kind of thing. So they said that their biggest competitor was Creams, because Creams was right next door, and it was a name brand, kind of thing. But it's been around longer. People had built up a connection with the brand, or for the business students, a rapport with the brand, kind of thing. So they typically went there. It's like, why try somewhere new when only a few houses along there's a place that you know does good food? So I was like, right, well, I'm never going to Creams then, because they're hurting the business that I like. So I like these people. Their business is hurting them. I ain't going to Creams. No, not gonna eat there. And so for years I never did. I didn't step foot inside of it. I didn't order it. And then I fancied ice cream. And then Creams was the only place that showed up that didn't have a minimum order amount. So it's like, you know what? Screw it, because the Frozen Frog bit has shut down. Kind of thing. It shut down years ago, which is really sad. They've now turned it into a London themed cafe. I think it's called Cafe Bistro, and it's like, this was a frozen yogurt place. It was so much nicer as that than the cafe. I haven't been in the cafe, but I refuse to go in out of principle, kind of thing. And then, actually, yeah, I want to try something quickly. So after that, I ordered it, and it turns out they do some pretty good food. So I just gotta find, okay, middle be about here. So it's from here. 1, 2, 3. This one. Alright, so supposedly at the bottom of here will kind of on Y11 down this bit. There will be diamonds, supposedly. It's one of those things, you know, when you see it on TikTok bits, and it's like, is that the case? Or is it just lying to me? And actually, I should probably do double bits. It's like, is it the case, or is it a lie? A strong part of me reckons it's a lie, and it is fake. But at the same time, enough of me reckons it's true to make me want to test it out and to see if it is or not. So, if I get down here and there isn't any, then I know that it's fake. Which I don't think it is. I think it is fake. Oh, Y11. And yep, no diamonds. Knew it. Ugh, great. Oh well. But nice, yeah. And I got kind of their ice cream, and I got their white chocolate waffle, and oh, it was lovely. It was so nice. Definitely kind of one of the best waffles I've had in a while. Although I would say American waffle, really, but still. One of the best. Kind of, it slightly disappointed that I've had it. I know that I hadn't had it before, but at the same time, I'm also slightly disappointed in myself for having creams. So, I'm in two minds on it. Alright, so what we're doing is we're dropping this stuff back and then we're going to go exploring that way to try and find another ravine. Oh yeah, I completed the reading up on kind of the Twitch basics and those bits. Oh, there's a pink one. Alright, we're taming another one. We're gonna name this one Sealotl. Where is it? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. It hasn't despawned. They like to kill fish. I hope it hasn't despawned. Oh, there it is. These are just gonna take a break and boom. Okay, so we've got our river lottle and our sea lottle. Thank you, dolphin. You're not hearing game bits because I turned the game volume off, I think. I think that's just the reason. Yeah, I turned game volume down earlier. I'll turn it up a tiny bit. Audio. There we go. I didn't get the fence post. What should I get rid of? Okay, what we're gonna do then is this bit. There we go. So yeah, so looked at it. Emotes, as it turns out, you can only do once you reach the first set of milestones, kind of thing. Which obviously I haven't reached yet, so we can't have emotes yet. Which I'm slightly sad about, but at the same time I can understand. And all in all, it just gives another thing to look forward to. So I've already got so many things I plan to do with this Twitch channel that it's just going to take a while to do them, to get to a stage where we can do them. Kind of thing. So they're kind of some of the bigger motivators. Because if you don't have a goal for it, then you're not going to be able to keep yourself doing it. So I've got several goals for this Twitch channel that are keeping me each time I start to think on days which like, Actually, it's like, why am I doing this? It's like, because especially as a lot of the time it's on kind of one viewer, it's just me watching it. I get times I start thinking, well, why do I even bother with this? And then it's like, no, I've got those which I want to do. Those are a big reason why I bother with it. And I remind myself why I started doing it in the first place. And then, just like that, I'm back. And it's like, yep, I can do it again. My hopes are restored in it. I would say faith, but it's not really a religious thing. Yeah. Yeah, my hopes restored in it, and my confidence that I can do it and I can get there comes back. Just need to remind myself that it takes time. And everything worth having takes time. If it comes straight away, then it wasn't worth getting it. Because it's kind of no pain, no gain, those type of bits. Okay. So first of all, we're going to go name these. Oh, we need name tags. Okay, we're going to go put these away for the moment. Because you need name tags for them, and I don't put name tags at the moment. And then we're going to put these bits like this. And you'll see why in a moment. We'll do it here, that way if we need to jump off we can. But yeah, I've got so many bits that I want to do. I just need time to do them. And then, but I know that once we do actually do them, it'll make everything worth it. Oh, I'm getting so philosophical, I think the wording is. Not sure entirely. I'm getting really deep with this one. I think it's because it's a late stream and I've started it early. So I think it's kind of going in my head is kind of, oh yeah, time for deep talks. And that's fine. So it's about this time of night that I would normally ponder my deep thoughts anyway, so yeah. Because I always have the deep meaningful thoughts either late at night or when I can't write them in my pad. Because I have a pad for deep thoughts. So that I'm kind of not holding on to the thoughts. Except where they usually come when I can't write them in. By the time I'm able to, I've usually forgotten them. And it's like, okay, so what was it I wanted to write in? It's like, oh, nope, forgotten it. Oh well. And then I get times and it's like, okay, I won't think it till I get in and then I can kind of put it in. Except I then forget to do it. Oh yeah, so I picked up some more Monster yesterday. And they've changed the packaging slightly. So I always get the white Monster. It's the only flavour I've tried. Only flavour I ever plan to try. And currently it has got an Apex Legends advertisement on it. So oh, okay. So in case you want any of you play Monster Apex Legends, the code for some in-game content, which is kind of so open to residents of UK, 10M and Roy, wherever that is. So 18 plus. Got those. You have to enter it by the end of March next year, but that's fine. Alright, every code provides one token, which earns you progress towards 12 Battle Pass levels and 10 pieces of exclusive in-game content for one platform of the game. So to enter it, you have to go to apexlegends.monsterenergy.com. You can put in up to 60 per game or per account. I'm telling you this code because I don't play Apex Legends and I've got no plans of ever playing it. So it is useless in me having the code. And the code is NFMCTZNZVR. No matter when you're listening to this, I would suggest trying the code. For a start, I don't know if the code can be used more than once. And for a second, you never know. You might be the first person to play this game that kind of watches, so that you don't know on it. So I'd suggest kind of trying it and then seeing if it works or not. On all of them, if I open them up during stream, then I'll say. If not, I will keep the bottle around. We'll keep the can around to say it. So that way you can kind of... Because if I'm not going to use the code bits, then you might as well use them. Because that way it's kind of, they're getting used. But yeah. All of the letters are in capitals, by the way. It'll probably automatically do it in capitals. It doesn't matter because there is also the chance that they might have just put it in capitals so that it makes it easier to distinguish kind of which letter's which. But yeah. So, if the Fortune 2 runs out, then we'll switch to the Fortune 1. But we're already up to a stack and a half of iron. Wonder how much we'll get, considering we've placed about a stack and a half in the first place. So we're already... We've got over 2 stacks, so we're in profit. But how much will we be in profit by? Let's say we put a stack and 25 in. Because it wasn't quite a stack and a half, but I know it was more than a stack. Okay, so stack and 25, and we've come out with 2 stacks 49. Bargain. That's a stack and 24 extra. Okay. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do for the moment, take this out because that can't be smelted. We're going to put these in here. And then that way, when it comes to doing it, there'll be tons in there ready to go. Right, so now we need... Oh, okay, I did get that. Okay, we're gonna... we won't do that one for now. I'm gonna grab this one. And this one. Okay. Where's the wood? We had wood and... There we go. Torches and wood. Actually, we'll take a crafting table. Yeah, we'll take wood. Alright, so we've been over this way, but we've been to the left. In front of us is river. To the right, we haven't explored properly. We haven't actually explored properly over here. Too much over here. So we'll go this way. And we're just looking out for ravines. But yeah, I plan to try G Fuel one day. Kind of thing. So I have tier lists of streamers that I watch. Where I'll drop everything to go watch them, and then how high they are on the list depends how much I'll stop for it. So I've got some kind of one of the streamers who is actually he's quite high up on the list at the moment. Has been for a while really. Although he doubts himself a lot. He has a G Fuel sponsorship, and he always drinks that. So I want to try it where he drinks it. And then that was how I tried Monster actually. So, okay, into another story. I was against energy drinks for years. I was very much, energy drinks were the worst thing in the world. They were a stupid thing for people to have invented, and they weren't anything good. I can't remember why I thought that, but I very much disliked them. And I refused to have them. And then one day I found kind of Carl Jacobs, so he was in a Dream Team video, well, George Not Found video, who I had found out about through watching Tommy in it, when he had been on my page, my YouTube page, for a few months. But I was like, nope, not gonna watch it, not gonna like his content. And then eventually I was like, fine, YouTube, I give up, I will watch his bloody content. Kind of thing. Because YouTube's like, if it pesters me enough, I'm just going to give in to get it to shut up. And although that doesn't work with everything, so if it comes to, say, doing drugs or cigarettes, then no, definitely don't. Keep saying no. Never give up on kind of saying no to that. But when it's kind of, say, watching just something that is completely harmless, then after a while I just give up and it's like, fine, I'll watch it. And then I liked his stuff, and then I started watching the others. So yeah, and then went to find Carl and I found him really funny. Started watching his bits, and he drank a lot of Monster and was always saying about how good it is. So me being me decided, and I've been in this one, decided, I know, I will try Monster because streamer says it's amazing. And then from there, I've liked it ever since. I find it tastes of lemonade. So half of me, so a third of me drinks it for the taste, and so the majority of me drinks it. Well, no, the majority of me drinks it for the taste, and the third for kind of the fact that it will keep me up at night. Although at the same time, I believe that's very much in willpower, because when I decide to go to sleep, I'm then able to. I'm then tired and I'm able to go to sleep within 10 minutes. I could chug a whole one and I would still be able to. Which, when I discovered that worked with the Monster Energy like that, it only deepened my belief that of the phrase mind over matter. So it's kind of, so it doesn't work with everything, because you can't just go, okay, I believe I will have good luck on these days, and then get good luck. But if, say, you've kind of kicked your toe, if you kind of, if you tell yourself, just like, right, there is no pain in that bit, that is purely kind of, it's like it's not there, then after a while, disappears. Or if so, a big one for me. Um, when I'm not feeling well, tell myself just like, nope, you're not gonna be ill. No, so it's not the right time for it. You can be ill later, and it goes away. Comes back in a little bit at times. Most of the time it doesn't, but it goes away. There we go. But yeah, because at the same time, when I'm tired, when I wake up in the morning, it's very much I am wide awake. Sorry, I'm tired now. So I went to sleep this morning at a more respectable time for me of 2:45 because I remembered how Wilbur said that kind of the new Lovejoy album bit would be coming out anywhere from the 6th onward, and he said that it's just kind of waiting to upload to Spotify. Other than that, it's completed. So I'm now in the mindset of, right, I need to stay up until at least 2 a.m. Okay, that doesn't really go anywhere, but we'll grab this. At least 2 a.m. most nights. Well, every night. Just in case he uploads it. So then I can listen to it kind of straight away, rather than having to wait until the morning. Which is a stupid mindset to have, but it's the mindset I'm in, and I'm not going to talk myself out of it. Though I do find there are some funny bits on TikToks at times, so I still remember the time I'd been scrolling for 5 minutes and then it went, "You've been scrolling for too long now. Please go to sleep." And it's like, okay, you told me to, so I must. So I kind of have to go to sleep. It's a bit like that in a way. So, yeah, so I stay up late waiting to see if he puts it out. Which so far he hasn't. But it is only the night. So yeah. And then because of my family's kind of wake up bits, it makes it so that I can't sleep in. And then I can't go to sleep during the day. But the not going to sleep during the day is on me. I'm just not tired during the day. Not enough where I can fall asleep. So yeah, so I'm looking at, until it comes out, I'm looking at several nights of about 3-4 hours sleep. Which is fine. So yeah, I survived on that before, I can survive on it again. Oh, and then when my mum next goes on holiday though, but she hasn't got one planned at the moment, but I reckon she will do soon. I'm gonna try doing a 24-hour stream. I don't know how well it will go for a couple of things. First of the internet, I don't know how well that will last. Because I have a feeling it will just go just like, nope, you can't do this. And will kind of stop itself after a little while. But might not do. And then at the same time, I don't know if I'll physically be able to stay awake the 24 hours. I know when I last tried staying up for it, I fell asleep hour 20 odd for about an hour. kind of thing, and then woke up again. But then that made it so it didn't really count properly. But yeah, has to be when she's on holiday because so if I did it on a weekend, she comes in as it turns out before 1, and then leaves for her friends at 3, which is already 2 hours, which I can't exactly handle. No, so yeah, I can't stream in front of her. So I can't do it on the Saturday bit. And even then, on to have it so that I would be able to go to my church, I would have to start it about 8 in the morning, kind of thing. So it finishes about 8 a.m. Sunday, which I just couldn't do because then I catch her before she leaves as well. So it's like, So does have to be when she's on next, whenever she next goes on holiday. But that's alright. Just means that until then, I have time to practice. Not so much practice, but kind of get used to staying up later. Oh. Oh, and the laptop's died. Okay. Plug in the laptop. I think I'm gonna call it soon. We're gonna go out until it's negative 1500. And then we're gonna just call it a night. Well, we're gonna head back and then kind of call it a night. Nope. Oh yeah, I need to get up on the phone. Oops. No, I was forgetting something. There we go. Oh, and then as well, I'm going to be downloading some of the past few Twitch VODs tomorrow. So, if all goes well, currently I've got it planned. Next Saturday we will be taking on the End and the Ender Dragon. So if it changes, then I will let you know. But that will be next Saturday currently. Because I believe we've got good gear. I just want to get some better instruments and kind of post the other videos out first. Just so that way it makes more sense. So part of the reason why I'm stopping the stream is my hair keeps resting on my nose. Except it always makes my nose itch. So then it's kind of I'm sitting there, my nose starts to gauge, and it's like, no, can't do it this right now. Right, I think we're just gonna head back. No. Okay. Chat. It's been nice hanging out with you for the past hour. I will be live again Monday. Kind of thing. Obviously, don't worry if you can't catch them when they're live. So they stay up on the Twitch for a little bit. It's fine. I don't do this for the amount of people that watch it as it happens. I do this so that I can have a space to express myself. So, could be for the next 3-4 years, no one watches it, and well, no one watches it live, and I would still do it. I have bits that I want to do. I know why I'm doing this, and it's definitely not for the amount of views per video. It's like, obviously, it's nice having kind of people watch it live, but if no one was to, I don't think I would care. Well, currently I don't really care too much. I care a little bit, but not enough to do anything overly about it. Anything. I don't let it bring me down because it's not the focal point of why I'm doing it. So yeah, anyway, getting quite tired, so I find it hard to waffle when I'm tired. And the bits I do waffle about end up being quite deep things, which I probably shouldn't waffle about when I'm tired. But anyway, so yeah, I will see you all